to the channel. Today is, I don't even know what today is. I don't know what today is, but today is Wednesday and the time is 6:47. If you can see right here, it's 6:47. Today is the teens' last day of school, and I wanted to get up and get them out of the door. I wanted to make something for them to eat for breakfast. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I also need to make some bread and some pizza dough. And so I thought I might just start my day early and get up and get those things done. I also need to do some laundry. So I might have went to bed at like 1, almost 2 o'clock, but then I woke up, it was about 4:15, and that's usually my time where I wake up with God. But for a few months now I've been off schedule because my sleeping pattern is pretty off. But when I woke up, I said, you know, let me get in my word. So I read my word and I started reading the book of Ephesians. That is one of my go-tos when I'm kind of stuck in a rut. And so I remind myself of, you know, what Ephesians says, and I keep going and I press toward the mark. And so it was pretty good. I only read chapter 1, but I read it more than once. So it was pretty good. I plan on trying to finish it today, and also I want to catch up on some sermons. Today is Thursday, and that's when my church from home in Louisiana, that's the day that they have church, and so I want to catch up before church starts. It starts at 6:30 today. So I have, I think, 2 sermons to catch up on if I'm not mistaken, and so I'm going to catch up on those today. And so that's one of the reasons why I said, you know, let me get up out of this bed and make sure I use my time wisely today so I can get back on track. Because, you know, it's okay to be down for a little while, but you know, we got to get up and we got to keep going and keep pushing. And so that's what I'm doing today. And so I want to go ahead, I think I'll put a load of laundry first. That way while I'm doing everything else, the laundry can wash. And I plan on helping Vhan with her hair because, yeah, Vhan has been doing a good job. I've been teaching her how to braid. So I bought her a mannequin, and I'll try to link the mannequin down below, but let me show you guys the mannequin. So this is the mannequin. I make her braid it every day. That way she can learn how to do it faster, but I make her do it every day. The parts are crazy because of course it's a mannequin, but she's been doing really good and I'm super proud of her with that. And so I gave her the mannequin in hopes that it would help her to take care of her natural hair, because I don't want to put any product in it or you know, do any heat damage to it, you know, trying to heat train her hair or anything like that. I want her to, you know, how to do her hair, because like I told her, I can't go with you, you know, wherever you go. If she decides to go to college or something, I can't do your hair every day. And she's gonna be 16 in September, so it's about time. But I was gonna do braids in her hair, but I said, you know, no, she needs to learn how to care for her natural hair. And so that's what I've been working on with her. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the laundry done. so I put my laundry to wash, and now I'm gonna do my yeast bread, and I'm gonna do some no-rise pizza dough. And Vanna says she's not hungry. She usually doesn't eat breakfast anyway, so I'll just give her I'll make Braylon. I had prepped some breakfast burritos, and so he can eat that on his way out, and I'm sure Vanna will just take a shake or something. And so I'll just cook breakfast for the babies probably after I do this, but they probably won't wake up for another 30 minutes to an hour or so. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this bread done. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my bread recipe. I'll try to put the recipe on screen that way because I can't talk through it because I can't explain it to you guys. So I'll just put the original recipe on the screen, and the original recipe makes 2 loaves, and right now I'm doubling it so I can make 4 loaves. So I'm adding some honey. Use 5 cups of hot water. So this time, instead of doing just water, I saw somebody's recipe online, not recipe, but someone said that they switched out water for milk, and I want to try that. So I only put 2 cups of water, and now I'm gonna add 3 cups of milk. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna wait and let the yeast bloom first and see how that goes. 2 tablespoons of yeast. I'm just gonna use the rest of it because I need to put in some fresh yeast. So got my yeast, got my water. I'll add salt and stuff later. I'm gonna let that bloom for a few minutes. So usually when I make my bread, I usually just wing it, and it usually comes out perfect. I'm not really a good teacher much, but like I said, I've taught myself many trials and errors, and I know what the dough should look like and feel like, and so that's just what I go off of. So I just do my best every day. Every day I wake up and I try to do my best for my family and with the strength that God gives me. So it always turns out good, praise God. I think I've had like probably 1 or 2 mishaps where it didn't come out good, but all in all, I thank God for being able to make my own bread. You know, I've learned something new. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the dough to go. I probably should start on the pizza dough. Let's see, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Now that I think about it, I was thinking, I usually don't write like expiration dates. Like when I open stuff like this, I don't write it on a jar because I go through it pretty fast. And so I was trying to think of, when did I open my last one? And I think it lasted me about probably a year, less than a year. Of course, it was less than a year, a few months, probably less than a year. And so I'm pretty sure I'll use this up pretty quickly. And so my goal is, I'm making 4 loaves today, and so I want to have 2 loaves in my deep freezer. I'll probably do 3 because we really don't eat much bread. Well, yeah, usually when I cook bread, then they make all the French toast and sandwiches and things like that. So we've been out of bread for a while now, and so I said, let me get up so I can make this bread for them, because I have some lunch meat that needs to be eaten. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this. So this is what my yeast is looking like. It's bloomed perfectly. It looks beautiful, very foamy. If your yeast is not foamed like this, start from the beginning. All right, so now I want to put 3 cups of milk because I put 2 cups of water. So we're gonna put 3 cups of milk. 2, 3. Alrighty, so we did that. I need some salt. My might look like a lot, but I need 2 teaspoons. And I measured, like the measuring, the cap is like about 1 teaspoon. So 2 teaspoons. And salt, 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So I'm gonna do 6. 6. Huh? Making some bread and some pizza dough. Get some stuff going while I can too. You want a burrito?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alright, this is gonna take, I should probably put an apron on. Put my apron on because usually when I mess with the flour, it is a hot mess. So I will change. Oh, today I am taking Sophia to see Lilo and Stitch at about 3 o'clock. I'm taking to see Lilo and Stitch, so I'm pretty excited about that. This is the reason why, even though I don't want to buy it, I think I'm gonna get that KitchenAid because I cannot, it hurts so bad. Like, and I may end up having to buy it because I don't think I can do it. It hurts too bad. I've been trying to teach myself how to use my left hand to become more dominant with my left hand because I don't want to wait because it might progress and get worse. And then also, I just want to be able to do as much as I can on my own. So I don't want to be limited, you know, to not doing. I was about to start, I wanted to learn more of the scriptures, like, and I'm more of a repetitious person. And so I was going to start writing scriptures to remember it. But when I was about to start, that's when my arthritis started acting up in my hand. And so now I just put it on and listen to it. Alright, I think we're gonna need some more. Alrighty. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit. It's not a lot. I hate getting the dough on my hands. So I use a glove, and it makes it easier. So I'm back. I did down the hair, and now I want to look at my dough and see what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Sadly, I don't have any more gloves left because the babies, Sammy and Sophia, they both can get in my drawer that I keep my dish towels and stuff in, and I usually keep my gloves in there. And he likes to take them, or they like to take them and play with them. And so I'm out, and I just bought that box. So I'll go to the store and buy some more. But what I like to do is get some water when I start to do this part. That way it's easier for me. I don't know why I do it. That's I don't know. I just do it. now I'm gonna make the pizza dough real quick. One-third of a cup, so I need 2 of these. Alright friends, so here I am going to go ahead and shape my dough. This is the bread dough, and I'm just going to cut it into 4 sections because, as you guys remember, I said I was making a double batch, and one batch makes 2 loaves. So I have 4 loaves, and I've already greased my pans or buttered my pans, and my oven is preheated. And this is probably my favorite part of making bread, is the shaping process. And making bread is not hard. I do plan to go live with you guys one day. I don't know how to work my camera to go live, but I do plan on doing it one day soon, and I hope you guys will join me. And it's not going to be perfect. I'm just preparing you guys in advance, but I will do that for you because a lot of you guys say that you are intimidated with making bread, but you won't learn how to do it unless you try. So that's all I've been doing, is trial and error, and you will learn what works for you.
Back to my pizza dough, and all I'm doing is oiling my bags. It's something that I like to do. It prevents the dough from sticking to the bags. That way whenever it defrosts, or if you take it out even before it defrosts, it can just come right out. You don't have to worry about little pieces being stuck. And so just oiling my bags, and I'm going to cut this dough into halves, and we're going to go ahead and save it in the deep freezer for later. So if you want to use the dough out of the freezer, the best thing that I have found is to put it in warm water for a few minutes, or you can defrost it in the microwave on defrost. But what works best for me is putting it in cool water for a few minutes, about 20 minutes, and it'll be completely defrosted. So I doubled my pizza dough, and so I have 2 large pizzas in each bag, and so we have pizza dough for whenever we want. And what I plan on doing is I'm just gonna make things whenever I feel like it to add to the freezer. That way my freezer can be stocked for some meals for the kids whenever they need, specifically for summer, because we all know these kids are gonna basically eat us out of house and home. So put on this. So far I have some waffles, some breakfast burritos, and some chocolate chip cookies that I ended up making. And so just adding this to, what we have already. I guess I'll do that at the So it's after 8 o'clock, and the big kids have gotten on the bus to go to school, and I have my bread rising. Now I need to put the laundry to dry,
and I'm gonna try to tackle the couch. Like, I've been putting it off because I hate doing it. I usually like for my husband to do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to tackle that. And once I get that done, then I'll feel more accomplished for today. I just about checked everything off my checklist besides folding the laundry. But other than that, I've done everything that was on my to-do list for today, I think. Yeah, as long as I don't add nothing else to it. Y'all, so now that I think about it, I think what I'm gonna do is tackle my refrigerator because it is a hot mess and I hate my refrigerator being dirty, and I have a few minutes to tackle it as long as the babies don't wake up. So before they wake up, I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean that up, try to straighten it up. It's not gonna be perfect, but the goal is to wipe it down and get it situated. So let's go ahead and try to do that. Hey friends, so while I was editing this vlog, I could not help but to laugh at how oblivious I have become to all the noise. And so the refrigerator was going off and the stove was going off, and it just made me laugh because I was like, you know, all this noise is going on and I'm unfazed by it. So I looked it up, and it is called subconscious processing. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I found. But it's saying that your brain might be processing the information, but it's not reaching your conscious awareness. And they gave the example that it's like driving a familiar route. You might not be actively thinking about every turn, but you're still navigating successfully. While I was editing this, just hearing all the noise, I was trying to figure out, you know, how am I functioning with all this noise going around? And you guys are going to see Sophia's running around with her little speaker microphone that her dad thought was a good idea to buy her. And yeah, so this is life. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you sleeping?
Yeah.
Yes. Love you.
It's made
Some bread, and I'm cleaning out the refrigerator.
Power on. Your speaker is ready
What
to
you
pair.
She makes some cookies.
Some cookies.
Yes.
It's early in the morning. And so you guys, I kid you not, that was on for like it had to be at least 30 minutes or at least 15 minutes. It was continuing to go even after this little clip that y'all saw. Like, it continued on the whole time that I was cleaning the refrigerator, and I was oblivious to it. And so that is just like what a real glimpse in my life looks like. Sounds kind of chaotic, but that is my real everyday life. Alright friends, so this is all I'm going to be able to do. It looks good enough to me because it's clean for the most part. But both of the babies are up now. Sophia's asking for cookies at, let's see what time it is. At 8:35 in the morning she wants cookies. But I might just give her a slice of bread with some maple syrup and butter with some Canadian bacon. I think that's what we're going to do for breakfast. So that's what they're going to have for breakfast, and I'm about to put the bread in the oven. Good morning, Bubba. Yeah, you're so sleepy. Why are you messing with your brother?
Can you make some cookies now, Mom?
Huh?
Can you make some cookies now?
Do you want some bread with some butter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you make some cookies
We go to the movies today.
Yeah.
Put that up.
Yeah. Shake it.
All right, come on. It's 8:38.
World. Everyone said to shake it out, jump out of this stuff. What?
Can you put this in the trash, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
You are.
Yeah. I'll be okay though. Ouch. Alright, so the kids woke up and they're pretty hungry, and I was gonna wait for the bread, but the bread has about 20 more minutes. And so I'm just gonna take some waffles that I have in my freezer, and I got some Canadian bacon. Do you want oranges or apples?
Apples.
And I'm gonna cut up some apples, and that's gonna be their breakfast. So I'm ready for a nap. So their breakfast is done. We just got waffles, Canadian bacon, and apples, and now we are just waiting for the bread to finish.